a lot of our searches were like, okay, we're gonna go search these particular bodies of water and find them.
We have, written here from Depths of History, as well as Jeremy Exploring with Nug, Adam Brown Adventures. All of this comes full circle.
This really shows a community effort and just relentlessness to accomplish a goal, no matter what.
But we could not be doing it without the rest of everybody else around the world. So we appreciate everybody.
It's just, it's amazing. This movement is amazing. All of you guys watching and supporting what we do. This is why we're able to come out here, is because of you guys. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video of Depths of History. Today we are in Lakeland, Florida, searching for Margaret Shupe. So April 1st, 2021 was the last day that she was seen, and she has not been seen since. And we're searching several bodies of water with Adventures with Purpose.
So this is the most logical, closest body of water to her house. And a lot of times you'll find somebody at either the closest one or within a 5-mile radius. So this is just a good place for us to start this morning.
So they're going to check out the first location right now. This is the most likely spot that we have to go off of based on the fact that it's right across the street from the Publix that she was at. So this is definitely a hard case, but we're going to do our best to solve it today.
I would believe we found a very, very extremely old boat or car.
Now at this point, knowing that we have like 7:30 p.m. up at the Southgate Publix, and that's our last known CCTV location that we have over now.
Apparently the cops have been called because of
she didn't know what was doing. Homeowners got irritated. She said they had already called the law, and I was like, okay, we'll be out of here anyways.
Yeah. So you still from?
No worries.
Yeah. It's fine. This they have a lot of crime here and there, and
so they're talking to the sheriff right now, making sure we're okay. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Yep, well, let us go freely, so that was good. We're on the way to the next spot, so I don't know if she's following us there or what's going on.
Yeah, we'll do that.
What did the sheriff say?
Oh, sheriff was really nice.
Yeah.
She's like, oh yeah, we already got a phone call back from the homeowner, and they understood what was going on,
good.
and we're glad that you're here, and
Awesome.
so
Sweet.
yeah, there was zero issues at all.
Goes to show communication is key.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, and branding and communication.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, she saw the search team on the trailer.
And that's one of the things, prior to having the trailer, we had where they just came in hot, and
Yes.
she would have stayed hot, but because she, when she came up, she came around the ProMaster van,
Yes.
and then it's like, oh.
We're going to get the boats ready, and we're going to go into the water. I'm not really sure. It does look a little bit shallow in this particular section, but hopefully, this is the place where she could have driven in. And I think with 2 or 3 boats, however many boats we're having out there, we have a good chance of at least finding something. What you think? You see anything?
Not yet. I mean, it's definitely deep enough.
Yeah. Would you say the spot is clear?
Oh yeah. I didn't see nothing. One log.
Nothing that tells us that she's here. So with that leaves really only a couple locations. There's a couple of tiny ponds, and there's one big pond I think we're gonna meet AWP at, but this is just such a weird case. I mean, the car and her go missing after she leaves all of her belongings at her job. So it's just, some things aren't adding up. That looked like she could have gone into the lake.
Oh, they said they're going, I don't know where, 6 Pound Lake? I haven't seen that. So they said they're going next.
Nah, they could be going there.
I don't think, actually, that's exactly where they're at.
That is?
Because this one, I think I just seen them. Yeah, Christina Lake. That's where they started.
Yep, that
And
is.
then they
Yep,
jumped right.
6. Yep, that's it.
I know.
All right,
well, that's
so
where they're
that
at.
and I'll meet you there.
3170 for primary. GoPro is on.
So there are 2 targets. So Doug is going down on the target over there. I guess you're trying the live scope to see if you can see the truck that they're working on?
Well, I am, well, you know, I got all these tools. I know there's a vehicle there, so now I can actually...
See if it works.
Yeah, see if this actually is worth it. Well, you see the shadows.
Oh, yeah,
right?
I
You can
see
see
it.
the bubbles going up.
Yeah, you can see the bubbles.
That's so cool.
See anything swimming away?
I don't know. No, he's right. Depending on which way it's
He's
facing.
right on the truck.
Oh, yeah, he's on it. It looks like he's working his way to the back.
Definitely a crazy spot for vehicles. Like, we could barely even get the cars over here. But I guess once you find a good dumping ground for stolen cars, you just keep dumping there.
Feels so much better in here than out there. It's hot. Feels good in here.
So we've identified 2 vehicles underwater. Neither one of them are hers, but we do have a vehicle of concern that has all the windows up. At this stage in the game, when we do identify a vehicle with all the windows up, we are not able to clear it. We do treat it as a crime scene and see if we can have an officer come down to see what you would like to do.
Okay, hold on for just 1 second, sir.
Yes.
It is very concerning. So when I have a vehicle underwater and all of the windows are up, anything could be inside of that vehicle. Anyone could be inside of that vehicle. The first vehicle I dove on, the windows were down. I was able to do my best to go through the contents, which there wasn't much. I did not identify any human remains, but we still don't know.
Exactly.
So at this point, these are both crime scenes. We'll reach out to local authorities, and then it's in their hands from now on.
Okay.
If they want my help to go rig it, to pull it out, that's what we're here to do. Not only is it good for the environment, it's good to possibly close some type of heavy criminal case. No vehicle is underwater for a good reason. So hopefully, my familiarity with Polk County Sheriff, they're really thorough.
Yes.
They don't cut corners, and they are by the book, and they absolutely mean business. So hopefully when they do respond, they take this very seriously, because like I said, this could be something very serious under the water out there. So I mean, there's a lot of unanswered questions that the sheriff should be willing to seek the answers out to. And we're here to provide our assistance every step of the way.
Most definitely. So Jared's fixing the boat right now because a stick went through it.
And so what I've done at this point is I put a piece of vinyl inside underneath, and that's doing nothing more than, I'm not going to glue that or anything. It's pretty much just sitting in there, so that way when I put my glue on here, I don't accidentally glue this to the other side of the pond. And then I'm going to use what's called a H866 glue. It's really good, durable vinyl glue.
That's perfect.
Really all there is to it. And then it'll turn out just like that one. It's been holding there for...
Oh wow, yeah, there is another one right there.
Yeah, we like to put holes in the boats. It happens.
Stellar job, Jared.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Doug, cops are here.
One there and one there. They're both less than 10 feet deep. This vehicle right here, when I dove on it, it is a Dodge 2500 white. A few of the windows are down. On this vehicle, all of the windows are up and it's sealed.
And so now at this point, because the windows are up, we do treat it as a crime scene. So that way, if you have any evidence or anybody inside of it, we don't touch it. So we're here to offer up our services. If you have a tow truck and you want us to help rig it, we can offer that up. If you have your own dive team, great, then we can step back and let you do that. Or if it's just simply one of those things where you're like, hey Jared, you know what? At this point, we just simply record it and then we'll figure out what to do with it from there. We just want to make sure we do our part properly to make sure that you're aware of it. She's going to call her supervisor and see what he would like to have done at this point.
Gotcha. Cool.
So we'll see where it goes from there. We could be here for another couple of hours and they're going to come pull a vehicle out.
And he's the one that makes that call, right? The supervisor.
Yes.
I think he was under the water. He really couldn't see much. If he did have it though, it would be on his GoPro. He's got a GoPro camera that he records underwater, so I'm sure he could give you that footage and it probably would have it. Hey Doug, she was wondering if you got a VIN.
Yeah. No VINs, I mean really legitimately no identification.
On the
So
vehicle.
they don't have a VIN on them at all, or you just couldn't see it?
Yeah, we can't.
You just couldn't see it, yeah.
The case we were working today, the family reached out to us and said, hey, can you help us? So that's why we're here.
Did she go missing in Polk County?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. She went missing in the county here.
At the Publix.
April 1st.
Yeah.
2021. So she's been missing since for like 10 months. A couple miles away. She was on camera there. She actually left her wallet, everything in there. Never came back to get it. Yeah. Do you know what's going to happen from here? Supervisor
My
figuring it out.
supervisor's calling, but I'm calling
Gotcha.
back.
We'll figure that. I mean, that's normal.
Supervisor's here. He's getting out of the car right now, trying to figure out what we need to do.
I explained that we have one mark there and one mark there, and you know, they may not deal with it today, they may not, but the dive commander here is at least going to be able to identify exactly where they're at, and in doing so they can deal with them. Whether or not or when they're going to deal with them, that's a complete other story. You know, they have to use their resources in the best way that they see fit.
Are they both on top of each other or what?
No, the other
They're
one's over there.
one's over there. We got them both marked with buoys. There's one right there, and then there's another buoy
Yeah,
over
loaded.
there.
And they don't look, they look like they've been there for a minute.
They do look like they've been there 10, 15 plus years.
10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so this isn't, something that's, something that
Yes.
just ran off that we need to,
Yeah.
we need to emergency jump in and
Yeah,
say
no,
something,
yeah.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
Obviously,
The issue is
visibility.
getting it up right here. That's gonna be the issue. So
Yeah.
I think right now, because they look like they've been there for 10 to 15 years, our thought process is, and I'm not saying one way or the other yet. We're
Right.
still going to evaluate it and see. But you say they've been there for 10, 15 years.
It's not an emergency.
I don't have to call somebody out at 4:30 in the afternoon, and we have to do a night dive
Absolutely
to
not.
recover stuff. That's
Yeah.
super
Yeah,
dangerous.
That's something that should be organized. and
Right,
you can
right,
Get
right.
out here
So,
early. And,
My question is,
Yeah.
would you leave your buoys on them overnight? Are you going to recover those so I can, or do you want me to go put some buoys out maybe?
if you guys could go out there and put
I promise
buoys
you
on-
to get them. I promise you I'll
Yes.
get you back to you.
Yes. So we have tomorrow scheduled here as well.
Okay.
However, I don't know if we're able to identify any other areas of concern. Do you guys have any other areas of concern, like boat ramps?
And let's talk to the detective that it's
Yeah.
assigned to. I think that's
Yeah.
smart.
I mean, we're a
Absolutely.
great resource. Like, if you guys want to point us in the direction that we haven't searched, I'm all for it.
Let's
We're all
talk to
in it.
let's talk to the detective and then we'll figure out if there's a place we can do it. Let me make some phone calls and
Awesome.
Thank you guys for responding. I didn't expect anything less out of Polk County. You
that's
know?
what we do.
Oh, I know.
Let's plan on meeting out here in the morning sometime. we'll look at it, and then we'll get a boat out here. Let's get these things marked, and then we'll get his buoys back to him. And then as soon as we get training lined up, this will be the very next thing we do. Let's see if there's some spaces that we need to look at.
We need to tighten it up with a 5-mile radius at max. I can't think of any other accident locations, and if she's not quite,
But did you read the report said the last time she was seen was at Margaret Jan Shupe, which is North Lake, way north.
See, the information I had was in Southgate. At 7:30 p.m. was the last time she was picked up on CCTV.
Oh, okay, so there's some video down there or something.
And that's where she actually left her wallet with everything in it.
So that was probably after the crash up in North Lake.
If I read it right, she was in Southgate before that.
Okay. Well, let's go read it again, and let's
I don't
get
mind.
that sorted out.
Okay.
If we need to get the timeline established, I think,
The
before
more
you start.
accurate that is, the more accurate we can be. Polk County Sheriff just left. They were absolutely wonderful to work with. These two vehicles, they're definitely taken very seriously. However, they were able to determine it's not an emergency. It's almost 5 o'clock. They're not going to call in the cavalry for something they deem, life is not pressing at the moment.
For sure.
Could these be the answers to a case? Absolutely. But we're gonna leave our markers on them for them tonight. They're gonna come in tomorrow with their boats and their dive crew. They're gonna put their own markers and buoys on them, and then they're gonna arrange a dive training session with the towing company to get these pulled out. They get training, and also they can do it with all the resources instead of rushing it together. For them to put together their dive team right now on an emergency basis would technically be uncalled for these vehicles. There was some information that was exchanged to lead us in a better target area. Where we started today, thinking her last known location was at Publix, where she was seen on camera, and also where she left her wallet. That's not the last time she was seen. We now know she was seen 30 minutes north in the county where she was in an accident. So that takes us in a whole nother direction, and that takes us with more probability of our target area and finding her. Everything we're gonna search and what we're gonna do tomorrow is gonna be more accurate than what we did today. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we can find her.
So the information that we now have is that she was actually in an accident a few minutes later. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so after she left Publix and she left her wallet there, she was in an accident. And so it's actually a police report where she didn't have her license. She knew that she left it at Publix. This took her further to the north. We have no family or anybody up there that we know of, do we?
Just us and Zephyr Hills.
So yeah, so why is she going to the north? We don't know. By chance, does she end up on 33 up at the north side of Mud Lake? There's a boat ramp up there that's very secluded. So we're gonna start our investigation there tomorrow as the first place that we're gonna go search. Let's see if we can find Jan and bring her home.
So she left a public location, and then she was driving home. She lost her wallet, got into a car accident, and she also showed signs of depression, and she was very sad. And so they've caught her going north, because we just had the information that she was going north back to her house.
Yeah.
Turns out she went further up north and got in an accident, but kept on driving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So whatever place we need to search is up north.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new information that we didn't even know about. She was involved in a car crash and she lost her wallet. There was a lot of variables here that actually puts her more up north than we're actually at. So tomorrow we're gonna have more locations to search.
Can you pick up that sonar for me?
You know, we feel good about every location we got to. You know, so now you look at, everything yesterday. We felt good about the location right outside of her housing development. Location number one.
And it's just new locations.
The lake next to where the Publix. Everyone we feel good about. And that's what keeps us going, is just feeling good. It's like, yesterday, at the end of the day, you know, we were almost done. We're like, we've searched everything. There's nothing else for us to do. Until the sheriff shared that information of,
Yes.
hey.
That was such helpful information too.
You never know how deep it is.
Yeah.
You also never know what's going through somebody's mind. You know, we have really comes down to, it's not suicide that we focus on, it's the mental health behind it and the families that are left behind. And, you know, that's why we come out and that's why we do these things. It's to really help the families that have been left behind, wondering, where is my mom? Where's my sister? We're gonna start our search here. If we don't find Jan here, we're gonna move a little bit further down south of Malcolm and Silkram Loop, where we have 4 or 5 additional boat ramps that we really want to check out over there.
So with all that being said, we are really optimistic today with the new news we received last night that today's efforts are going to pan out.
Yep.
I mean, at this point, if we're in the area, any location that we search is a good location and one step closer to finding her.
For sure. So this is day 2 of the search for Margaret Jan Shupe Smith. We're gonna be here today searching this particular location called Mud Lake. And it's a little bit north of the area that we were searching before because we met up with local law enforcement yesterday and they were able to give us some new tips and clues as to where she could have gone.
We're gonna find Jan today, Britt.
You think so?
Yep.
We're gonna be going to a different location, a little bit up the road, to a couple different boat ramps to see if all of us can, you know, use our own skills and get in our own boats and see if we can possibly find this car. So anything on the right is actually going to be on the left because they kind of have this set up a little weird. Nothing.
There's a flat area over here that the car could have gone in, I think, so.
Really?
We're gonna kind of go around the bank and see.
You think that could have been a potential
I mean, it
spot?
might not be, it might be a car, I don't know. I don't know what this looked like, you know, years ago. It could have been way more open to the public. There might not have been a gate before.
Yeah.
Here, so no, it might not be. She hasn't been missing that long, but it could be someone else.
Yeah. We're scanning 80 foot this way and 80 foot that way. We're looking right in here to see if we can see anything that looks like a car. All these little divots right here, these little marks, those are all fish. So, I'm not seeing anything on the screen. Jeremy just said they found her. They did? Jeremy! Jeremy, what just happened?
A text said he found him.
You got a text?
Yeah, he sent us the location. So,
Wow.
let's pack up and see what's going on over there. It's gonna be exciting. They already dove on it? No.
They haven't dove on it yet.
I guess they found a car. So they found a car. Kia Souls are very unique. Yeah. So like,
The
probably
shape.
pop right off on the sonar.
Oh, yeah.
You know that it's you know. Let's find out. Let's get this.
All right.
Let's get this stuff. There, but he said, I was like, wait for us before you dive. And he went, he said, we don't even have to dive. It's 2 feet in the water.
2 feet?
Yeah, and it's some little, I don't know. It's weird. Let's go see.
He said it's 2 feet in the water?
Yeah.
Is that what he really just said to you?
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Day 2 of the search, and she was just found. Let's get there, see what's going on. I can't believe this. This is incredible. Our family's gonna have answers. Hopefully this is her. This is crazy. All right, I'm pulling up to the scene right now.
we pulled up here
Yeah.
and we looked at this and we're like,
I don't know, man.
it looks shallow. It looks
Yeah,
shallow.
yeah.
You can't see the bottom of a water. You have to put your boat in. You have to put your sonar in. If we you cannot. There's an old metaphor, an old saying. It's cliche. Never judge a book by its cover. And that's the same thing with the water. You never judge a body of water by its appearance. Because it might look shallow, it may be 40 feet deep, it may be 10 feet deep. But if you can't see the bottom, you don't know. You gotta get in it to search it.
Yeah.
And 6 feet deep, and there's a car under there. And there's a car under there and the roof is less than 18 inches from the top of the water.
We were out of locations to search.
Yeah.
And being that we were completely out of locations, throw our hands up after day 2.
Yeah.
We have nothing else to search. What are we missing? All these boat ramps in the area are shallow. They're not getting us anywhere. So because of the last little bit of information that we got late last night, is there anything else? One last ditch effort that we need to check out. And if you take a look at that intersection and this church, knowing that they pull into the church, which is on the north side of Malcolm there. Now she's on the north side. Anything else? Take that road straight. Don't turn.
Don't look
back. Single lane, sandy, little dirt road, and you continue straight down that road. It dead ends right here.
They're all downhill from here. They're gonna dive. They're gonna rig it. There'll be a tow truck in here, and she'll be brought home to her family here in a few hours.
There'll be a lot of waiting for now.
Yeah, a lot of waiting.
Like our dive team leader was at Disney, so.
Oh, is it Disney? Oh, man, you gotta tell him he's missing out.
No, he's coming. So.
Oh, we ruined his day at Disney.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, he works there as a dive master on his off days with us.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
That means that we now have free access to
Into the parks?
You know, he's my partner, and he doesn't even let me free access. So
Man.
I don't know.
We could just go to Disney and say, here, we're here with the dive team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only a matter of time. I called it. They put the road in. What do you mean?
Really?
That somebody drunk is going to drive all the way off to Miss Liberty.
Are you the project manager?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Jared.
Jared Ty. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. So sorry.
When we put that driveway in, I go, they're going to have to put nice big red signs there with the little islands on it to stop somebody.
Unfortunately, I think this was on purpose.
It went in, well, yeah, I think it went in before the driveway. That was all really soft dirt to get through there before we poured it.
Yeah.
And that was poured probably July.
Yeah. Yeah. She went missing April.
Yeah.
So July, the driveway went in and started moving in August. None of these houses were here. These houses were completed in August when the homeowners started moving in.
So this was before.
And so she went missing in April. So you have May, June, July, August, 4 to 5 months before anybody moved into any of these houses.
The pressure of a vehicle underwater, it doesn't absorb sonar the way a car does when it's been underwater 10, 20, 30 years. It has a lot of buildup on it. There's a lot of reflectiveness that bounces off and goes right off. It doesn't really, it's not enhanced as it is.
Yeah.
The longer a car's been down there, the more enhanced it is on sonar. We knew it was a car, but we just didn't get the image the way we thought we were going to, but that's just because it's only 10 months old.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah. We didn't even need a technical dive today.
Yeah.
Josh free dove down, and mind you, the water is not warm. The water is 60-ish. You know, that's not warm water. And you saw, I mean, you'll see in our episode when he got out there, he stood up on the car, like what, waist deep at,
That's crazy.
Calf, like 2 feet, less than 2 feet deep below there. But the car is light green. The water is green. The water level hasn't changed in 10 months.
It's gonna hide.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yes.
What's lurking beneath, you don't know. We would not have been in this location had we not been able to send you guys somewhere else. So the fact that we have you guys here and we were targeting bodies of water, this was a last-ditch effort for us, knowing that we had sent you guys to another location. So like this, Even though our boat was here and our sonar found it, it's because of you guys too. Like 100%. Like this would not have happened without your guys' help.
From the location that she was last seen, there's a dirt road that goes straight into this retention pond. Now it's not but maybe 8 to 10 feet deep. And what's crazy about this is that this pond was here before any of these houses. So she could have just taken a detour, gone back here. I'm just so glad that the family has answers.
Bobby, the niece, has been notified, and then Jim Carter, who was with us yesterday while we were out searching, has been notified as well. He's the one that used to be married to one of the cousins, Brenda. Okay. And so those are the 3 people that we've reached out to. Currently, the daughter has no idea. And then Jim does not have information for her either.
Well, I'd say, let's wait for any more.
Yeah.
Just to confirm if she's in there.
Yep.
We have identified that we have the vehicle in question. We have the partial plate that we did read. We did not pull the plate off because we were just doing a free dive on it. The windows are currently up, and we put the phone call in immediately because I had already had.
Can you see inside?
No.
All right. So our dive team's on the way, and we'll, along with detectives, and we'll recover it.
Perfect.
We'll go from there.
They're obviously putting on the caution tape and everything. It's gonna take about probably like 30 minutes or so for the dive team to come, I think is what they were saying, but their dive commander is in Orlando, so it might take like an hour and a half before he can get out here so that they can do everything properly and he can, instruct them basically on what to do.
Well, I'm gonna go back down to my pickup then. Just right around the corner.
Okay. Hey, if there's anything I can do to help or anything you need, like water, anything like that, let me know, okay?
Okay.
Hey, how you doing? Jason, nice to meet you, buddy.
How's it going?
Hey, can you help me grab some tape? We're gonna put it from that pillar right there in that greenhouse. I think it's called.
Right now they're figuring out what they'd like to do, and they're figuring out the best way that they're going to approach this and get the car out of the water. Dive team suiting up right now. They're about to get into the water.
Why are those so different than what we were?
Biohazard.
Oh,
Those suits?
Yeah.
dude didn't even get out of his suit. Like, he still has his clothes on. Yeah. He just crawled in that thing.
And sometimes too, and I don't know if they have them or not, but they may have full rubber hoods as well, and that's going to prevent any water from going in their ears.
What's that for? Is that for just clean off gear and stuff? Or
Yeah,
that's cool.
awesome.
That's awesome.
We have a decomp tank. It's got stuff if we get exposed.
Oh, gotcha.
Spray down and then finish washing off with that.
Oh wow. So I'm sure you guys dive in some really nasty water sometimes.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
We need to move everything.
Okay. Okay. All right. You heard that, right? You move all that back?
Yeah.
Okay. Move it over.
Everything is going that way?
Yeah, push everything back.
They're gonna move on the
Staying off of this hill, I think, isn't he? Right in here. Like, get even with ours. Like the back ends can be even.
2 divers in the water right now, going out to the buoy, so we're gonna see what they have to say. It should be a pretty quick dive just because it's so shallow, but they have protocol they have to go through and everything, so that's what we're looking at now.
Pull the rope in.
It's buried pretty good in the mud, and those are up. It's buried. I might be able to get a J hook in the rim. The rims feel pretty good. They might be able to hold it.
You said the rim
Like the receiver hitch. It's secure. It seems like the windows are up. So
windows are up.
It's buried though. I can't get all the way around.
We can get you guys on the other side of that tape right here in front of us, where the media's at. I mean, we don't have to go around and take the whole drive right without obviously going into the big, but just want you guys on that side, closer to the media. Okay. Yeah, like I say, anywhere past back there.
They didn't want us filming too close up, so we had to come over here where the media was. Probably haul it off. I'm thinking they're gonna haul it off. You can see police are right there. We just scanned this little pond and we have located her vehicle right there. With the help of Adventures with Purpose, we were able to get this job done, and now another family has answers.
A body is found inside a vehicle pulled up from the bottom of this pond in Lakeland, Florida, connected to a woman who vanished last year in the Tampa Bay area. The car found by a YouTube group specializing in underwater search and recovery.
They basically go into these areas all over the country and try to find vehicles. They specialize in finding missing vehicles and missing people. They find the vehicle, they hope they can find answers for families. And it looks like that's exactly what happened yesterday. The Kia was found in a retention pond. Right now we're in South Lakeland. That retention pond was in North Lakeland. A body was found in the Kia. We were waiting for confirmation on the identity of the remains that were found, but I did speak to the family today.
There's closure that she's no longer missing and she was found, but it doesn't make it any easier or hurt less at all.
And they're so thankful to Adventures with Purpose, JB. Amazing work that this group does.
Yeah, Adventures with Purpose, or they're following, their massive following on social media. They are known also as AWP.
If you've not done so already, please be sure to subscribe, turn on that bell notification. It helps spread awareness as to who we are, Adventures with Purpose, and our organization as we travel the U.S. for free, helping these families. We don't charge law enforcement or the families. We have, Britain here from Depths of History, as well as Jeremy, Exploring with Nug, Adam Brown Adventures. It's really a good core group that comes together.
Seriously.
And that we've really, laid the foundation of what we should be doing for these families.
Most
Unfortunately, too many of these families have been scammed. In fact, this family themselves, they've had scammers, call up the sister, call up the daughter, and say, you know what, I know where your mom is, but you need to pay me $10,000 before I.
Really?
Oh yes, it's a terrible.
It's horrible.
Thing. This is why some families don't want to work with us. When we first reach out to them, they think it's just another scam. It's been a year. We've already been down this road. Why would you help me for free? What, who are you? Why would you even do that? Well, come back to we as a society.
Yes.
At the very end of the day, if somebody says, hey, will you help me, pick up a gallon of milk because I'm sick or something, or, we as a society, we want to help out one another. And that's all we're doing.
A lot of our searches were like, okay, man, we really highly suspect this area and that area, and we're gonna go search these particular bodies of water and find them. This is different. This really shows a community effort and just relentlessness to accomplish a goal, no matter what. If you pause everything we're doing right now and go somewhere else in the world and you tell someone random, I'm gonna go out today, I'm gonna solve a cold case, I'm gonna find somebody that multiple million-dollar agencies haven't been able to do. I'm gonna do something that they can't do. Somebody look at you like, okay, but that just goes to show you like it's possible.
It's amazing. This movement is amazing. All of you guys watching and supporting what we do. This is why we're able to come out here, is because of you guys.
Everywhere we search is one step closer.
Yeah.
We don't always come up with this result. When you're relentless, the impossible is possible. You got to put the first foot in order to walk. You got to take that first step and continue to take a step and not be scared.
And like you saying yesterday about being positive and saying, at least we know where she could be now.
Right.
Let us right here, man. Yeah. It literally led us right here. Yeah. I can't believe it, man. Thank you for being here.
From those that simply watch and share the videos, for somebody else to be able to see it, that they might need our services, and not just AWP, but the entire AWP movement, from finding you guys as well. All of this comes full circle, that we are boots on the ground out here doing it, but we could not be doing it without the rest of everybody else around the world. So we appreciate everybody.